Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Painted models. And this is a 1/72 scale tractor. It might be familiar to some of you because we reviewed previous versions, and you can see it's a Zetor 25, but this time we get a military version with a Towbar for a MiG-15 or MiG-17, so it might be a handy addition for a diorama with aircraft in the same scale. And we have a commercial sample here, so it means you'll get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. So we are going to open it together and check what is actually supplied inside. So first of all, I have to say that packaging is not that huge, and here you can see comparison with my hand. I completely cover it. And we also have a 3D image of the finished model. Obviously it is supplied with a towing rack because it's here it's written Towbar. So yeah, and also on the side we can see the kit number MV128, and now it will be important to somehow open it, so just give me a second. I have to now try to find out how it was opening before. I think it was a side opening, yeah. So here is what we have inside. As you can see, there are also foam bits in order to protect all the parts, because we have plenty of 3D printed and resin molded or resin casted parts. And first of all, I suggest we start with resin. So I'll drop all the parts here and we will start checking them one by one. So first of all, we have here the pair of main wheels, let's say, and I will place them like this, but I will zoom in as much as I can, and maybe also let's get it on the hand so that it will be closer and you can see what we actually get here. These are nice resin parts, and I really like casting quality because all these features look great in a 1/72 scale, and it's just a matter of careful painting. Obviously there is no masks sheet supplied, so you have to cover everything with your own hands. And here we continue with fenders for these main wheels. They're also molded as a single piece parts, but what's really cool is that we have this internal structure also copied out of the box. You don't have to modify anything. Front wheels come on the same resin base, so here you can see them. They're also single piece parts, and they look fine in my opinion. Again, there are no masks, I remind you, even though this is a one piece part. And as far as you can see, there are no features on the tire wall, so be ready for that. And main drivetrain, it is casted as a single piece part. As you can see, it's a thing which should be separated from the bottom, so be sure to clean all these connection points, but it looks fine in my opinion, and it also gives you a, let's say, small idea on the size of this model. It's 1/72 scale after all. Here we continue with more external panels. So casting quality is really nice, and some of these parts are really thin. Be careful with them, especially with this stuff. So as you can see, these are tiny bits which will be installed here and there, various control elements and external bits, and also engine parts, so they will require some tweezers to be installed into the right spot. Next we continue with these parts for main wheels, as far as I can understand. They look fine, and maybe if camera, yeah, it focuses so you can see them closer. Next we continue with these bars for the steering racks, as far as I remember. Note that the front bonnet part, it is casted as a single piece element, and we have attachment point right in the front because the grille is casted as a separate part, so you'll find it here. If camera will focus, yeah. So you just install it onto the part we saw a few seconds ago, and here I will add 1 and 2nd resin bases with more parts for this tractor. In my opinion, everything looks fine, so it's just a matter of careful assembly, as usual I say, and I think that it won't be a difficult thing to build together. So do not be worried in case you have some experience with the 1/72 scale sets. You will be completely fine. Just don't forget to use the CI glue instead of typical plastic glue which we are used to use with the plastic kits. Okay, now I need to clean it a bit because we have small chunks of resin flesh. So I was mentioning the 3D printed parts. And the Towbar, it is actually 3D printed, it's not a resin casted, and that's quite impressive thing because whole Towbar is supplied as a single piece element. So here you can see it. You don't have to glue anything here. You just separate this part of the base and you're good to go. Do not mind orange color because basically you can repaint it with a primer, but this is a really impressive piece of engineering in my opinion. But that's not all. We also get a tiny plastic bag with decals and PE threads. So just give me a sec to take them out and I will show you what I'm talking about. So we have here unpainted PE thread for all minor things on this military tractor. Here it is. And also a really tiny decals sheet with several number plates for this tractor. Decals works fine. I mean the decals sheet, and as far as I remember, usually the Special Hobby kits, and this is basically a partner of Special Hobby, they are quite fine in terms of decals. Next we continue with assembly manual. So here we should zoom out a bit, close the lenses and place this assembly manual on the top. And there is no history note. As you can see, we start straight away with a parts map, and if I open it, here inside assembly process starts with the drivetrain. Then we continue with, note that straight on the first step you have to use PE parts, so be ready for such operations. Then we continue with various parts for the driver's seat. Also we upgrade a bit of the engine area, and I can see there are some towing parts being installed in the rear, exhaust tube, and as far as you can see there are two configurations of the exhaust tube. So as far as you can see, you can place it in horizontal or vertical position. It will be up to you. Maybe you would like to check some references in order to copy the exact version of the tractor. And here we install the towing rack for the aircraft. So the first marking option comes in a green color, military green, and that's pretty much all. And just give me a second. I wonder why it's only one marking option. Yeah, so you use these decals, you use them for the writing on the bonnet, as you can see here, and also for the license plates on this tractor. Quite a simple thing. By the way, note that here manufacturer with a blue color shows the pieces of metal wire which is not supplied in this kit. You will have to source them by yourself, and in my opinion they're really important because they will add fine features to this build, so do not skip it over. Definitely find this wire. It's a 0.3, so it's quite a popular thickness. And here we continue also with some additional advices on how to attach the aircraft in case you would like to use this tractor with an aircraft. And by the way, here we can see also some other tractors. As I said before, we reviewed them as well, so you can find a YouTube video on our YouTube channel, obviously. As for this kit, it should be already available. You can get it on official Special Hobby website together with other versions as well. And I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a list. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.